Waterloo CSL TV. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Waterloo CSL TV and my name is Ratnak, going to be casting a game for you today. This is the first 2v2 of CSL Season 5. This is also the first matchup of CSL Season 5 because you are watching the University of Waterloo versus Cornell University. So without further ado, we will do the introductions with La 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 on the bottom left side as the Red Heron and his or her partner Eloquius as the Pink Zerg. And as we look at the opponents representing Cornell University, we have Lunatic as the Yellow Terran and his or her partner Ali or Alyssus as the Teal Zerg. Now as you can see, Terran and Zerg are pretty damn popular. This game is a prime example, and this is probably because Zerg can grab so much map control while Terran has so much firepower, and the fact that that map control allows the Terran player to move freely within the range of the Zerg, that really creates some sort of mobile firepower, especially when you go Marine and Tank. And what I like about having infestors on your side is that they have infestors which can basically fungal everything in front of you, while the Marines and tanks really take down the fire. And here we have an SCV moving down south to the University of Waterloo here, seeing that one barracks up here, and this SCV is probably going to be chasing that, but that SCV, the other SCV, the yellow SCV, is going to be backing away just because that SCV is defending the other one. And we have two Raxes going down, no gas, so this is going to be a Marine rush. But I have no idea what the Zerg player is doing now. If you look at the Zerg player of the University of Waterloo, we have Eloquius putting down a spawning pool sort of before the extractor is put down. So that means that he is probably going some roach build at this point. And so my predictions are saying that we are going to see a Marine Roach timing push. And that's the thing about 2v2s. They're now looking towards timing pushes. In the past 3 to 4 months, we've seen a lot of 2v2 timing pushes. And what I mean by that is that, for example, you have a Terran and a Protoss put together. You can do a 3-Rax and a 4-Gate. A 4-Gate finishes at approximately 630, and so does Stim. And that's what I mean by super strong timing a push, where both teams actually have an advantage, has some sort of timing advantage and investment over the other team. Now if you look at Eloquius here, he's putting down a roach one, so he's going to be getting those roaches. Like I said earlier, you're going to be seeing some Marine Roach rush at this point, and we see the same happening for Alyssus. And if you look at the progress, we have Eloquius finishing first. And look at the Terran player here putting down a wall up. This is what you want to do against another Zerg player, because you do not want to risk a 10 pull. You do not want to risk any Lings running in and totally taking the game for you. And we have La 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 here putting down, using his SCV to scout what's up, and he does see the bunker. Or at least he does. Let's look. So he does see the bunker. So I think he's still going to go with this push, because they have already committed too much to this, and they are now moving across the map. At this point, you have this Marauder chasing away this SCV, but they're not going to be doing anything on this one Marauder. More roaches coming in for the Teal Zerg player, going to be trying to defend against this, but at the same time, there is a bunker going down for the University of Waterloo right below the ramp. And Marines here waiting just to get down into that bunker, and the roaches I don't think can fit in the bunker as well now. Just kind of holding it there to make sure that he can pick off the supply depot without going too far in. He just wants to get that everyone advantage, and that supply depot will go down. And if you look at his supply, which I can't because I have to select him, he is supply blocked at this time, 28, 27. He's not going to be able to create anything more unless he has a supply depot going down, and now 2 more supply depots are going down, and this is going to be hurting for the yellow Terran player at this point. And this bunker is done with some control up here, up the ramp, so he's going to be seeing all that. And the Marines do come out. Very good micro from La La La. And Stim, I don't know if it's going to be finishing, but those Marines are really focused on that Stim, and that Stim is not going to be finishing, and that Stim does go down. So again, it does go in favor of La La La. Probably going to be putting down a command center. There we go. We have a command center and 2 gas going up. Probably going to be going into a nice Marine tank build, because Marine tank builds are just, in 1v1, they're fantastic against Zerg, and they're fantastic against Terran. Might as well put them together. And if you look at the Zerg player here on the bottom right side, still making more and more roaches. 5 more roaches coming for the for pink, and as for teal, 2 more roaches coming in, and no more action is happening. This bunker is going to be staying at the front, grabbing some map control just at the front so that they make sure they do not expand earlier than them. What I like about this is that they can have some map control while the Zerg expands as well, and this really puts the Zerg player ahead of the opponent's Zerg player. And we have some roaches here going down to the right side. I don't know what's going on. I think he just A-clicked this destructible debris, so he's attacking us from a very odd angle, so now he's probably just going to be going up. And at the same time, Lala now controlling the front, psychologically controlling the front, but at the same time, Lunatic does see this, and look, they do see each other, so if they do attack that destructible debris, that does create some sort of diversion where the army has to split up, and you can take advantage of that. And now this push is being thwarted off. I believe the Zerg player and the Terran player do need to expand at this point. The Zerg player for the University of Waterloo is probably going to be very successful with this expansion, because I don't see anything at the moment. So, but if you look at production, we have Reapers and Marines and more roaches going up, so no more drones. Looks like they're going for a nice counterattack, so I don't know whether he can actually hold it, but let's just hope that these 2 bunkers do come up in time. And at the same time, we have stim being researched, as well as combat shields. And if you look at the Terran player, just comparing them directly, going a different route, going to just research concussive shells, as well as getting tanks, so that's really unusual. Marine, Marauder, and tank. I'd rather keep with Marine tank, because that really gives you you know, some sort of optimal mineral and gas distribution amongst your army. And that's what good micro says. So a lot of bunkers being made because of that very sort of well, I wouldn't say it's unsuccessful. It really got their expansions up. So in this case, they really want to keep that. And when they keep these 2 expansions, they're going to be way ahead of Cornell University. So we have the army attacking down south, here attacking up the ramp, moving now up the ramp with the Marines and Roaches, both sides having the same composition as well. The Roaches are just moving in like tanks and focus firing. Each bunker is just going down so hard, even with the SCVs repairing. The SCVs are repairing each other and not the bunkers, and that might have cost a lot, but those bunkers would have gone down anyways. And looks like they have broken in to the front, and 3 bunkers, that's 300 minerals, and that's 300 minerals gone for the University of Waterloo. And that queen does go down, and this hatchery is probably going to go down. That's a lot going down at this moment. And these drones, 5, 6, 7 drones gone down, 10, 11 drones going down right now, and these roaches are parked up at the top trying to get sort of positional advantage on the opponent's army. But at the same time, we have La now just flying back his command center so he doesn't lose it. At the same time, both players are still at 1 base, but I believe the advantage does go to the University of Waterloo. Now, why I say that is because they do have an extra command center which can help them a lot. At the same time, we have a tank here sieging fire against a huge group in a ball, and this is what I like to see. Putting your tanks not too far at the front so that they can poke up the tank, but just far enough so that the roaches, possibly a Marauder can hit it, but that's it. And now we have the Cornell University controlling the front, making sure that they don't expand and making sure that they can expand themselves. And now that command center does go up for the Cornell University. I don't know why I keep saying the for Cornell University, but the Zerg player should probably expand as well. And this is the thing about 2v2s. You really have to have a large force to push out and to feel safe about it. And we have 1 Marine moving out for just to make sure that they are still there. And if they're still there, they won't move out. They will probably, what I think they should destroy these destructible debris and expand here instead, because I do not see any personnel here looking at this base. The same thing should be done for the left side for the Terran player as well. And we finally have the Zerg player putting up a hatchery. And oh, nice. We see Pink Eloquius making... He is going to go Infestors, and this is what I want to do. What I like, in 2v2s is to be with the Zerg player and for them to use Infestors so nicely, because look at this ball. This looks like an Infestor friendly ball. infestors are going to be doing a lot of damage for the amount of density that this army does provide for the infestors. As we look at, oh shoot, I did not see this, sorry guys. There are some marines here. Nice drop by La La La, and there's 6 marines, so I assume there might be 8 marines when the drop did occur. And this is what I like, when in doubt, you know, just drop, go around, take advantage of your mobility. They don't have mobility. They have tanks, they have marines, and they have roaches. There are no zerglings in the field right now, so trying to deny these medevacs is not going to be a very easy task, especially because there's just so much more mobile, and at the same time keeping the macro and keeping that tank just far away enough just to attack the front men over here, making sure he doesn't get involved with that other siege tank. And you want to be patient, and this is what I like from La La La. He's being very patient with his tanks, not being greedy, not trying to push up right now, taking advantage of this multi-drops. Unfortunately though, those 2 marines are gone, but at the same time we have another medevac moving down the right side, taking advantage of mobility again. If you can't get out your front base, might as well go around. We have marines here moving in, Loquius making sure that there are no turrets, using that overlord, and all those marines are getting dropped. So many SCVs going down, but the mules are still alive. But it's not like the mules matter, because they are not going to live for any longer. But one more drop going in. I don't know. They are focusing on the reactor, not being very greedy again, but now focusing on the SCVs. SCVs are trying to run away, but they have nowhere to run away except for that supply depot. So if you look at the units tab at the moment, there are only 27 SCVs for the yellow Terran player and 36 for La La La. Way ahead is the University of Waterloo at this point. Taking down those tech lab, making sure that, oh, there is something that might finish. Will it finish? Will it finish? And no, it will not finish. You can see that animation there, that shield there. Those marines. Oh, marines do have shield. Or maybe they just don't have stim. Yes, they do not have stim. And of course, stim is a really big issue for my Terran player. They just can't do any damage without stim. And we have a medevac going to be parking down on the top right side, and probably another medevac going down the left side. This is what you want to do. Again, I just can't stop saying it. And more marines here coming in on the top right side. One more drop. 4 marines, not really attacking anything except for the SCVs, but we have a huge force moving down the middle and still taking map control, and still on one base is the Terran player. And on the top left side we have the Zerg player being dropped by the University of Waterloo's Terran player La La La, stimming into the Queen. The Queen does not die at all, but instead going for the drones, and this is really good play. And if you look at the drone count at the moment, the drone count is now 18 for the teal Zerg player. Not going to be able to produce so much, but we have a lot of the army moving back to try to defend against these drops, and this is really what La 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 wanted to do. They wanted to do damage, but this is doing a lot more damage than they thought. More SCVs just being destroyed, and supply depots being picked everywhere, and more marines being dropped on the natural Zerg player, and that Queen, as you can see, just bursted up in flames. And more, oh, so many drones getting absolutely destroyed, and these marines not doing anything, but the roaches got it, and they are gone. And attacking from the front at the same time, we have more roaches and marines trying to should focus fire those sheath tanks, but oh, nice, infestors finally came into the game, and there are so many fungal growths being put out. Look how many red and orange health bars there are. And I like this positioning of this tanks and infestor play. If any meters try to get nearby, you might as well just fungal growth them. If any marines try to pick off from behind or in front,